Hi, welcome to Thursday night,
Yeah.
Live Trends Live.
We are here, and tonight we've got some really kind of cool stuff to share with you. As you know, we're getting closer and closer to the launch, and we're kind of finishing up the whole new look and feel of the website. So I'm going to share a little bit of that with you tonight, so you can get a feel of what it's going to look like, what the process is going to be as people come to take a look at joining us here at Live Trends, and whether it be for an e-gig regarding travel, or the e-gig regarding CBD, or all the other ones we plan to develop. You'll kind of get a feel for how this is going to work and start to grow. And again, I think when you start getting the big picture of what we're doing, it's going to be pretty exciting for everybody, because it's just going to be such an amazing opportunity, and an opportunity, of course, that anybody can do. And it's going to be simple. It's going to be set up in such a way that everybody can start with absolutely zero risk. I mean, no risk, all good. And so that's what I actually want to do. I want to kind of walk you through. I'm going to do a screen share here in a second, and I'm going to walk you through, kind of the little three-step process as somebody comes to look at Life Trends. And I think you're going to find it very interesting. Tonight, by the way, I won't be doing anything at the conclusion of the call about Crowd One, only because we're having a little bit of a technical problem, so that I can't bring Tracy in the way I normally would. And so we're going to have to not do that. But I do want to go through and kind of give you a little couple announcements here, and then we'll jump into our presentation and show you some of this cool new stuff that's being developed and getting ready to launch. So first, just a little bit of update on what's going on with Life Trends and Crowd One, because it's such a big deal. It really is. I mean, again, I can't even put this in perspective sometimes, that here we've gone from basically a startup company and very small and just getting started to becoming a global type of operation almost overnight. I mean, with Crowd One, we're talking 7.5 million members right now. I mean, that's amazing, ladies and gentlemen. And again, the goal here is, as Crowd One continues to grow and Life Trends continues to grow because of it, is we're going to kind of feed off that energy. And somehow I know we're going to be putting the two together and bringing that whole concept here to the United States, probably by the end of the year. And then not by the end of the year, it'll be the first quarter of next year, but very soon. And what's going to happen when we do all that, obviously, no matter what you've built to that date, and I think a lot of you are going to be very successful, it's just going to explode on a magnitude you can't even imagine, because all of a sudden you're going to have the influence of millions and millions and millions of people talking about Life Trends worldwide. And so it's going to be just unbelievable. So I hope everybody kind of realizes the position you're sitting in here right now at this very, very early stage. And again, as I promised everybody, when we get ready to do our Reg C funding, which we're very close to having all the legal stuff done. Actually, I think the legal stuff's all finished. We're actually developing some of the marketing materials right now to go behind that. But as soon as those are ready, then we're going to make sure that we make this offer to everybody that's in Life Trends first. I want you guys to have first shot at being a partner with us here at Life Trends in the future of what we're planning and building. Obviously, there's no obligation to do so, but if you look at it, you get excited. Obviously, we'd love to have you as a true equity partner in Life Trends. So with that, I'm going to jump into the screen share. Oh, one more announcement. I will not be doing a call next week. I'm actually on the road traveling, so there will not be a call next week. And that's okay, because we're probably about a week away still from getting everything we want to have done and finished. And, I sometimes I get a little frustrated because it's taking a little bit longer than we thought. Probably when it's all said and done, we probably push this out another 3 or 4 weeks more than what we'd want to do. But you know what? In the scheme of things, it's not going to make any difference, because when we launch it, it's going to be right. It's going to be solid. It's going to be exciting. And it's just going to literally explode for all of you. So with that, let me share with you kind of our little simple presentation of how you're going to be able to engage and bring people into Life Trends. So sit back and enjoy. All right, let me jump in here. Okay. Now what you're looking at is obviously the landing page for Life Trends. And remember, with what we're going to be doing when we make this launch, is Life Trends is the umbrella company that houses every e-gig we're ever going to do. And obviously we're starting with 2, which is travel, which we're now doing globally with Crowd One, and what we're going to be doing here domestically. And of course, the second e-gig is the CBD. And so we're real excited about these because you're looking at two of the biggest and most successful industries you could ever want to be involved in. I mean, travel obviously is the #1 industry in the world, and CBD is exploding and growing at a rate that, again, is expected to be one of the most powerful industries in the United States in the coming years. So it's a pretty good starting point, I would think. But what's going to happen is when somebody comes in, and again, remember, this is not finished, so it could look a little bit different by the time we launch it here between the 8th and the 15th. But what you're going to have is a video. It will basically give somebody a little 3-minute story, sort of like we've done before, but this is all built around, introducing the whole concept of e-gigs, how it works, and how unique this is, and how this is the future of business. And it'll be very exciting. It'll be a very powerful 3-minute video, and we're really excited about that. Then what a person's going to do is they're going to make a choice, right? So they've got the button below, same as we had before. But when they make their choice, and this is where it gets cool. And for those of you that maybe weren't on the call last week, obviously there's a lot of things that have changed a little bit, but it's also things we've done to just make this a better and better opportunity for everybody we want to bring on board. And there's reasons for everything that we've done here to make this thing really, really grow and make sure that we're very compliant and successful when we do it. So what'll happen is, again, they come to here. This is your landing page. This is the link you'll send them to, is Life Trends. They'll come here, they'll click on, they'll watch a little short video, and then they'll go hit the Make Your Choice button. And when they get there, it'll say, pick the package that fits your lifestyle. Now, if you look at this from left to right, and I'm going to go into detail, so don't try to read it all right now, because I'm actually going to go through each one of these different levels of entry. We have a free customer entry, we have a digital business owner entry, and we have the DBO Pro. And if you look at the cost, you can see as a free customer, it's 0, 0, 0, 0. As a digital business owner, it's only $10, and we'll go into what that all means. And DBO Pro is the $49.95 a month. And I'm going to go through each one of those. And in addition to this, when they come in as a free customer now, what will happen is they will automatically get the $1,000 travel saver card. That's just a little gift that we give to everybody as they come on board. Now, what's going to make this really exciting for people is when they start looking at it, they'll realize that if I just want to come in and test the waters, I just want to make sure this is something I really want to do, they can look at the free customer side and say, well, let's actually take a look at that. So they can say, I want to learn more about being just a free customer. What is there really any catches? Is there anything I'm really going to have to do? Well, here's what happens. If they sign up as a free customer, number one, they're going to get free access to all the discount pricing on our products, all right? And so that means when they go in and look at our CBD or any other e-gigs developed, it's always going to be at a heavily, heavily discounted price, very, very close to wholesale. And they don't have to pay a membership fee to get that access. That's one of the great things about this. As we always say, Kinley, but we'll be saying that again, it's free. Now, the second part is, if they become a free customer, is that they're going to get discounts on over 2.6 million hotels and resorts worldwide. That's our travel saver card. So a person that joins for free will get that, and they automatically can start getting savings. Now, the nice thing about that is, and a lot of you might not know this, but what will happen is, and remember, this is no matter what gig they're going to choose. If they're going to choose the CBD gig or the travel, they're always going to get this travel saver card. And what's cool about it, imagine literally as this thing starts growing, we have millions of people signing up as free customers, and we give them this travel saver card. Well, the people that you sign up, when they sign up and use that card, they're going to get a discount, but guess what happens? You get paid a commission. So part of the monies that come from that actual booking of a hotel room or resort or a vacation, whatever, that person saves, so they're going to be happy, but you are going to earn a commission on that. And remember, this is just all free now. So that's the second component. Third component is, obviously, as we've said before, we're going to keep free shipping on all the products. So now a person goes in, they get free shipping on all the products, which is a very good feeling thing for everybody. Everybody likes free. And of course, the fourth thing, and this is kind of, this is one of the modifications we made, because what we're trying to do is, remember, keep this as a customer-based type program, is we're going to give that customer still the opportunity to feel and test the waters. Doesn't cost them a penny. There's no fees involved, but we give them 3 tiers of income that they can earn income on. So, for example, if that person wanted to go out and, like we talked about before, and they share it with 10 people who share it with 10, we share it with 10, well, you'd have, 1,000 people in those 3 tiers you'd be earning income on. And remember, that's all free. There's no obligation to do anything. We just do that. And the other thing this is going to do for us, which is very, very important in today's industry, is this is going to create a massive amount of customers. And really, you're not going to care if somebody wants to move to the DBO level, a DBO Pro level. That's not going to make a bit of difference to you, because you're going to benefit. If 90% of the people signed up as free customers, you benefit. So it doesn't make any difference. But obviously, you're going to want to get a lot of people to move into the next two. So that's what they get. So it's free. So all they do then is go down, they hit the Enroll Now button, and again, they're looking for the catch, and go, there's no catch. Which I love. There's no catch, there's no gimmicks. Well, this is pretty cool. So now they're now a customer, and they still have the ability to earn some income just from their referrals, from just sharing it with other people who want to be customers, which is pretty cool. Now, the second component would be for the person that says, you know what, this is really great. I love it. Being a customer, it's great that I can send everybody. They can be just a customer, and it doesn't cost me anything. But for people who are going to take this a little bit more serious, we have the program of being a digital business owner. Now, what happens when you become a digital business owner is that obviously you get all the benefits we just talked about before, except one big difference. Instead of being 3 tiers of referral income, it's 10 tiers. Now, you guys understand that's massive. That's huge. All right, that's a big difference in the kind of income you can generate. And here's the other thing it does. Besides the 10 tiers, oh, by the way, the cost. Oh, you see it at the bottom. It's $10. Okay, so think about that. We're giving somebody a complete business for $10 a month, and you got to understand all the stuff that this includes. I mean, they've got a replicated website. It includes the hosting. It includes their back office. It includes all the marketing tools and everything else that we develop. Everything a person needs to run a business, and it allows them to be in every e-gig we ever come out with. So whether we have 2 e-gigs or 50 e-gigs, they can belong to them all, and they get all the other benefits that you get by being an e-gig, which is the wholesale and the discounts and so this is tremendous. I mean, what a tremendous business opportunity. Again, this is why we set it up this way, ladies and gentlemen, because we think between the customer program, the digital business owner program, we can put in millions of people. Now, here's the cool part, is that on the digital business side, you become a digital business owner, it's also going to give you the opportunity, the moment you become a DBO, to participate in our global revenue share program. Now, this is the thing that really is going to be, I think, when everybody gets it, is going to be the game changer. And it really will be, because of the way this global revenue share plans, where you works, and from the fact that you're going to get paid on all the people that join after you forever. So think about it. If you're signed up today as a DBO, and we launch this, and 6 months later we got 1 million people or 2 million people, whatever it is. Look at Crowd 1. They went from 0 to 7.5 million in 18 months. In 18 months, ladies and gentlemen. We think with everything we're going to have and what we're going to do, that can happen here in the States as well. And so when you look at that and you start thinking of the amount of income that could generate you, because the people in this global revenue share are people you're going to get paid on. They're not even in your organization or part of your group. Now, here's the exciting part about this. What I just shared with you tells you that, well, wait a minute. If I want to be in that global revenue share, obviously I've got to be in the business, got to be a DBO. And then I have the opportunity to participate in it. And the clock doesn't start ticking until you become a DBO. You can become a customer. You're not in the global revenue share as a customer. We give you all the freebies we talked about. Free. It's all there. But if you want to start earning from the global revenue share, then you've got to become a DBO. And then you've got to meet some simple things in order to get all these different bonus pools, which I'm going to show you in a second. But remember, the moment that happens, everybody that joins in this company from that day forward, you benefit from. So that's the digital business owner program. And in addition to that, we've got one more level, which is the DBO Pro. Now you see here, there's a lot on the screen, so I'm going to blow it up for you a little bit. Now the DBO Pro, okay, does a couple things. Number one, it gives you the subscription to our travel program, the one that gives you zero margins, the one that gives you unbelievable pricing on hotels, cruises, resorts, anything you can dream of in the vacation world. You get everything at true cost. And what's cool about the way we're doing that, because I still like the idea of free, so a person spending at that point in time, if they're DBO Pro, they're spending $49.95 a month, right? And that includes their, their $10, business maintenance fee, like we've had before. So what happens then we still have the program at restaurant.com. So when a person joins the DBO Pro, they spend $49.95, we give them $50. We give them $50 in cash they can use for food anywhere in the area that they live in. So basically, we made the business free. I mean, we've even made it cheaper than being a DBO at $10 a month, because you're spending $49, you're getting $50. So that's free. So that's pretty cool. Plus, and this is the other big plus, what happens when you become a DBO Pro is you meet all the qualifications, as far as the amount of customer commissions you have to generate for the first 4 reward bonus pools we have in the global revenue share. Now, this is all new, so nobody quite understands how this works, but you're going to see it very quickly. I'm going to show a little bit to you tonight so you can start getting an idea. But this is our DBO Pro plan. And I want to just get this kind of a blow up, show it a little more in detail. So obviously, you have the subscription, right? And again, that's something that, I believe too, besides the fact you get it for nothing because of the $50 program we give you. I mean, this is something that truly saves anybody that travels thousands and thousands of dollars every year on your vacations, your business travel, cruises, anything you want to do. Plus we have all the benefit, the lifestyle packages that you can save on about anything you can think of. So a person, even if they just didn't even travel, they just took advantage of all the lifestyle things that we offer, you can save hundreds of dollars every month from that. So you get that, you get in the pool with the global revenue share. Obviously, you earn your 10 tiers. And so let me go into, and I'm going to skip this little part right here. When you just go through, this kind of talks about, and you can read all this stuff later when we send it out to you. It tells you what you have to do to start qualifying for the pool. And then you go down at the very bottom, and again, there's your enroll button. So it's 3 ways a person comes in. But I want to share with you a little bit about this global revenue share so you start getting an idea of what this really means. There's going to be 20, excuse me, tonight. There's going to be 20 bonus pools, okay? But if you come in as a DBO Pro, which I think a lot of people will, just for the savings and the fact of the way we set it up and with the program, we made it free. But if you come as a DBO Pro, this is what it takes to share in the global revenue share. It takes a certain amount of personal DBOs that you've set up. It takes you creating $30 in customer commissions every month. Now, where's this $30 in CC come from? That $30 in CC comes from all the customers. Remember, all these free customers, every time they buy something, it goes towards your customer commissions for qualification on this thing. You can also do it yourself on just your own purchases, or as you see there, for the first 4 pools, if you have the travel subscription. So if you come as a DBO Pro, you've already met the qualifications. You don't have to worry about, am I gonna be in these first 4 pools? The answer is yes. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, 30% of all the revenues that are generated for this commission program go into this global revenue share. And the reason we're doing this is because, remember, you're getting paid not on your organization, but on all the people that joined after you. So for example, when we're showing you in the first pool, you've got to have 2 personal DBOs. That's 2 people come in at $10 a month, right? You qualify for that. You got a travel subscription, or you got the customers, you got the 30cc, you qualify. Then all it looks at next is how many people have joined after you. And the moment that you hit these numbers and on the right-hand side, and these are very small for the first 4 pools, you qualify for that pool. And what's going to be great about this pool is that when you qualify for the second one, it's after you qualify for the first one, and then you qualify for the second, you still get paid on the first one. You're going to get paid. I don't care if you're earning from the 20th pool, you're going to get paid on the other 19, which is going to be amazing. So no matter how big this thing gets, you're always sharing in every pool. And so we've made it very easy for somebody with a little bit of effort to be able to share in these first 4 pools. And again, if you just come as a DBO and go build your business, you don't have to meet, you'll automatically qualify for this stuff. You don't have to do anything. You're going to qualify. You're going to end up with the number of personal DBOs you need. You're going to end up with plenty of customer commission every month. And obviously the people joining after you, that just happens automatically. And again, what does this create? This is what I love. This is what crowd wants to. It's created such a fear of loss or a sense of urgency or greed, or I don't know what you want to call it. I hate to use those kind of terms, but there is nothing wrong with that, because what it's going to do is when you share this with people, it's very simple. Hey, every day you wait, you lose on people you could be getting paid on from this global revenue share. So it's very unique, very different. Again, it doesn't. So the great thing about this is for those that go out and build a huge organization because they go out and get 10 or 12 DBOs and it explodes on them and they get more and more and you're getting on the 10 tiers. Yes, that's going to be a tremendous residual income. But for people that maybe aren't a very big business and they don't know how to really build an organization, it doesn't matter because they get 2, 3, 4, 5 personal DBOs. They're going to qualify for these first 4 pools. And it's just going to get bigger as the company gets bigger. So that's the first 4 pools, and those are the titles. You see it, manager 1, 2, 3, 4. The next pools are the senior manager 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing. It shows you the number of people you have to have personally enrolled as DBOs. It shows you the amount of monthly CC you have to have, and it shows the number of people joined after you. And when you hit all 3 of those things line up, you're officially qualified for that pool. And it just keeps going. And imagine by the time you get to this 8th pool, you're still making money on all the 7 before. And then it just keeps getting bigger. Now, what we've done here is, because we don't know what the numbers are going to be afterwards, so we've left that to be determined as far as the number of people that would need to come in. And it's based on how fast this thing's growing, because obviously we don't want to make this so easy that everybody qualifies in the first 2 or 3 months they're in the business. That's not good for anybody. When you come in, you want to work your way up the rank in these pools and qualify for them, and know you're sitting in these pools maybe a year before other people come in behind and start earning in those pools as well. Of course, it's still getting bigger and bigger, so it doesn't really matter much. So that is going to be determined, but this is basically the idea behind this. So you're going to have 2 ways that you're going to make money, really big money, and that's going to be through the 10 tiers of referrals. And the second way is going to be through the global revenue share. And you're also going to be making money from the Travel Saver card, where people just take that as a customer. And we're actually looking at, even though we're going to give customers a wholesale pricing, we're probably looking at giving those that are DBOs even a deeper discount pricing and allowing you to make the difference between the customer and you as a DBO, so that on your customers you sign up, you actually make retail profit too, which is fantastic. So we're building all this stuff. That's why it's taking a little bit long to do this launch. I mean, part of this was a learning curve for us figuring this thing out, but I think we're going to be creating something here that's going to have the world jumping. Think about this. When you go out to share this, it's going to be easy, because you're going to be able to share something that's so different and so unique and so cool, and people can come on board for nothing and test the waters. And trust me, you want them to do that. I wouldn't even care about anybody coming on as a DBO or as a DBO Pro when they first join. Let them come on as a customer. I promise you this. Within a week, 2 weeks, they're going to be moving into a DBO or DBO Pro, because they start looking at this and understanding, going, what am I doing? I'm not getting the global revenue share by sitting here as a customer. I'll get that. I'll start qualifying for it the moment I become a DBO. They're going to come there. And then once they do that, they're going to look at, wait a minute, I'm going to be making plenty of money. I can get my travel subscription for free. I get a $50 restaurant certificate for that. My whole business is free. Why wouldn't I want to do that? And now they've moved into the next level of actually qualifying for these people. It's just going to be unbelievable. And every time somebody moves from one to the next, it's just going to be more money for you, more income for you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited about this. This is going to be the coolest thing ever. We're very, very close. Again, we're not going to be doing this next week because I am traveling. So when I come back, we're going to have most of this finished, laid out, the launch videos, everything ready to go. The CBD, our merchant processing, finally approved. We're still at the final stages of getting that done. That's been very frustrating, as we know. Let me stop this screen share. I'll come back on for just a second here with everybody, and then we'll wrap it up. So it's kind of cool, isn't it? It's really nice. This is going to be such a great business for everybody to share, to build, to be a part of. And, it's just taking a little bit longer than we really wanted to get it done. But I've always said in life, as long as if you'll just persist, it's amazing what happens. And I'm going to end with a little story when I talk about that, because I've had a couple people say, well, Mark, this is taking a lot longer than what you said to get this launched. I don't know if I can wait. Well, it's not costing anybody anything to really wait. But I said, okay, I get that. That's fine. But when we launch, you're sitting at the foundation of something that we believe is going to explode throughout the United States. And then we're going to take this thing on a global mission. And I'll give you a perfect example. The contract that LifeTrends now has, this is what works in life. The contract that LifeTrends now has with Crowd One, with 7.5 million members, happened because every week on a Wednesday morning at 7:30 in the morning, I talked to a group of people in the Philippines. I did it for a year straight. I got up, no matter what happened, where I was at, what was going on, I got on and I did that call. And most people would say, well, that's going nowhere. You've been talking for a year and nothing's happened. Well, because of that 1 year of doing that on a consistent basis, we landed that contract with Crowd One. And now we've got a business opportunity that's in the billions, not in the millions, in the billions. And ladies and gentlemen, I think that's what we're getting ready to do here at LifeTrend. It's the same thing, because we are persistent and we've got a great concept and we're refining it. And when we launch it, this thing's going to be massive. So with that, I'll say good night and see everybody in 2 weeks.
Good night. Have 2 beautiful and blessed week.
Yes. Good night, everybody. Thank you for being here.